Yeah, just in the last couple of hours, we did learn from the Miss Universe organization that one of the contestants who had just arrived into the country for the competition has tested positive for coronavirus. Now, Miss Universe says that all of their contestants and staff are vaccinated and tested before they leave, but this contestant tested positive upon arrival at the airport. She has now been moved to a state-run quarantine hotel. Not clear yet whether she will be still able to compete in the competition. That is less than 2 weeks away, but organizers and authorities here say that the show will go on in the southern city of Eilat. This despite the fact that there are now 2 confirmed cases of the Omicron variant in Israel. And as a result, after the first confirmed case came through, the Israeli government decided to shut down the borders to foreign nationals for 2 weeks. And in addition to that, all Israelis, when they are coming back into the country, no matter where they are coming from, now have to quarantine for at least 3 days and produce 2 negative PCR tests before they can be released. Any Israelis who are returning from what are considered red countries, these are most of the countries in Africa aside from the northern countries, they now have to be taken to state-run quarantine hotels no matter their vaccination status. In addition to this, anybody with a confirmed or suspected case of the Omicron variant will now have their locations tracked via their cell phones by the Israeli Security Service. It goes to show you how seriously the Israeli government is taking this new variant. Despite, though, these new travel restrictions, life otherwise is continuing more or less as normal here. There are not new restrictions on gatherings. This is important because we're right in the middle of the Hanukkah holiday here in Israel. But so far, there's no restrictions on gatherings. And as we've noted, within less than 2 weeks, we will have many of these beauty queens in the southern city of Eilat for this competition. And they say that that competition will still go on as planned.
So, Hadass, given how seriously Israel has taken every phase of this pandemic, and given what we know about international events, you think of, say, Fashion Week in Milan early in the pandemic and how that helped the spread around Italy. How are Israeli officials defending going ahead with the beauty pageant?
Well, they say that they need the next 2 weeks to really understand this variant, especially to see how it interacts with the vaccine. Of course, there was a major drive for the booster